Yes, lad.
Oh, upside down, man. You bops in there, boy.
Yeah, you know, I'm getting into the track, man. Yes, Andrew, yes.
Yes,
My brother.
Yo.
You know,
Nigel.
Yo. He's got his Arsenal thing, man. What's going on? Hey, ambushing me. Man, I had my glory.
Excuse
I had my glory 2 weeks ago, man.
This is my pajamas, man.
This is pajamas.
Superstar.
Yes.
I do, man. Let me just.
Wait, I need to fix myself actually.
Yeah.
Go past.
You know, it's kind of weird. Us three, Andrew, you might not know this, but us three share the same dad, innit? Well, like you probably see slight similarities in us. We all share the same dad.
We've all got the same zaniness, man.
We got the same crazy gene. Except Myron's a bit more relaxed than us, and he's a bit more mellowed out.
You think?
Yeah, we're way more mellowed out than me and flipping Nigel, man. Me and Nigel.
To be fair, a lot of people think that I'm really not. I think people
really but compared to us, man, I would say me, Nigel, and Vanessa are like the ones. We're the crazy guys, man.
You know something? We all kind of got energy in our own little way. Are we on YouTube today?
Yeah, of course. We're always on YouTube.
I can't. It's not showing us live.
We're live, man.
Oh, my light.
Oh, wait there. Oh, yeah. I can see.
Ah, Andrew.
Yo, Nigel.
Live. Yo.
Nigel, where were you? It seemed like there's daylight.
Yeah.
I've got a very good lamp, man.
Wow.
To be fair, if I do it from my computer, it's too dark. I need an HD camera for my laptop, so I use my iPhone for this, and then just put on my what do you call them? I can't remember what they call them. Them kind of lamp what the photographers use. But yeah, man, it makes it bright, innit? You can see see how my grey hairs and everything, man.
Crazy.
Madness.
Anyway, today we got. You know, what's this geezer doing his mask?
I just on Facebook about you, actually, Myron. It's just blowing up.
Me?
Yeah, man. Just telling the world how great you are, man. My little brother's a movie star, man. He's a movie star,
you know?
Yeah, of course you are.
You know, actually, I'm gonna confess.
You're pan Netflix, you know. Yeah,
I watched the show, see him in there, man. Like, yo, where's this geezer? I was gonna write you and say, what minute you at?
What minute?
I was gonna write you really, but it was too hectic down here, man, for that.
I know.
Quality, man. So we need to know a lot more about that. So I imagine that's going to be one of our topics today.
It's the main topic discussion. What I want to know is, you know, like I was listening a bit back to our last interview. Andrew, you probably don't know this. We spoke about you being in London, your injury, and you doing Thriller, and that's all we spoke about you. And then you kind of disappeared. And that was it. So actually, we got a lot to cover. Yeah, we got a lot to cover, man. We didn't find out nothing.
Oh really? Oh shit! I actually sorry. I actually thought I spoke a lot. Maybe I didn't.
You did, man. You did speak a lot, man. But there was so much more that we needed to hear.
Yeah, we didn't touch on nothing. What I do want to ask you, though, did you get a wingman? You know, because Nigel recommended that you get a wingman, either me or him, of course, to blow you up, and you know when you go to parties and stuff.
I'm too old for them parties now, man.
I'm not too old, man. I'm ready, man. I'm still good.
No, man. I can't even dance anymore.
Yeah, I mean, What parties though? There's no parties going on at the moment.
There's no parties going on.
It's
all internet parties, isn't it?
We missed the
Zoom
boat.
parties, man.
We missed the boat, man.
We actually missed the boat.
So shall we feel free to chime in anytime you want, man, Andrew, man. It's a bit like, it's a bit it's kind of a biological based podcast today.
Andrew, where are you based? Where are you at the moment? Are you at home?
I'm in Birmingham at home.
Oh, Birmingham. That's cool.
Yeah, Birmingham.
What part
of Birmingham do you live?
I'm in Perry Bar at the moment.
Oh, Perry Bar.
You live in Perry Bar?
Perry Bar, man.
Yeah, Perry Bar, man. It always sounds all nice and that, but it really isn't, it?
Yeah, he's
You know, it's like
cold, you know.
Yeah, it sounds nice. It's like also you think like King Standing sounds very upper class. King Standing, yeah.
Oh yeah.
You go there, you're like,
yeah.
hold on a second. What is this?
Yeah.
Jams. And what sort of area?
I don't like this line.
I think is it Stetchford? Stetchford also sounds nice, and but Stetchford's also common. It's like, what about these nice names?
Stetchford don't sound nice.
You don't think?
So,
It sounds like stretch, man.
lads, let's begin. So, what does everyone feel about this vaccine that they're pushing?
Oh, well, I mean, we're not really going to talk about that today, man. We're talking about Myron, man, because he did this Jingle Jangle. Do you know about Jingle Jangle?
No. Let's cover some topics still, man. You
want to talk about the vaccine?
We'll talk, man. It's a topic, man.
Vaccine. The main thing that is going on right about now. We need to this, man, because this thing is just literally got everyone with the talk of the town about it. But I heard that Hancock was on some kind of form of platform talking about how they're working very hard on anti-vaxxers not to be posting opinions or any facts about vaccines on social media and so on and so forth. So it's deep, man. I just wanted to find out what Nigel thinks about it, because
I still stand by what I said a couple of weeks ago. Anything that hasn't been tested for longer than 5 years to me is a test. So as far as I'm concerned, you've only got to look to America to see how many lawsuits and medical negligence cases and how much money gets paid out to families every year because people get maimed and killed by treatment which is supposed to cure them but ends up killing them, to know that, well, when they rush things out, how can that be for the good of anybody? They know there's going to be adverse reactions. They know a percentage of people are going to get this vaccine and something's going to happen because their body ain't used to that or whatever. Look how many people got allergies on peanuts, for God's sake. So you put all these different things, you put this thing into 1 million people, you're going to get a percentage of people who are going to go, oh my God, that's changed me. Or what? But personally though, like I said, if all the MPs line up on TV, and one after one, them and their kids and their wives, they all go, and I see them push that vaccine in them, and I'll give them 3 or 4 years. After that, if they're saying to me, yeah, man, I'm feeling good, come and talk to me about the vaccine, man.
What if they're saying that you cannot work, you cannot travel, or you
Nigel's good, really, isn't it?
What are you going to do then, Nigel?
Nigel's self-employed, so he's
travel. You know something, for 20. Well, actually, I've been up until my age of 25. I've been abroad twice. Once with a football team to Benidorm, and once with like a girl who showed me that planes and holidays were good. If I couldn't do it again, would it be the end of the world? No. I work for myself. At the end of the day, if they're saying you can't get a job with an employer because you haven't been vaccinated, that's a different story. But I'm not looking to get a job with an employer right now, or for the future. So for me, now I'd rather just, like I say, 5 years. Let me see how many people have, you know what I mean? Because look at things like the is it MMR jab?
Yeah.
And then you've had people who've said that it's linked to autism in children. Now, that still hasn't been disproven. Yes, the science is there, but those parents are still going through something where their child has changed because of something that was put in them.
Yeah.
And they've had no recourse. They've had no recourse. They've had no compo. No one's actually said, well, look, we acknowledge that this child was normal before and now it's not. It's got to be something to do with what we did. But they're not acknowledging that. So why are they going to acknowledge it? The government will pay, we'll give you £10,000 compensation for your dad having the vaccine and he can't walk anymore. man, sorry, keep your vaccine for now. You come back to me in 5 years' time and we'll talk.
Can
I don't need no holiday.
Can I ask you guys, I just want to ask one question. Have they changed any form of the law in regards to paying out any compensation if anything went wrong? Is there any kind of things that have been changed?
Well, I think one of the things that you will have to look out for is what are the litigations for taking this vaccine? Are you going to have to decide a disclaimer? Or, who will be responsible if it doesn't suit your body? Who's going to pay your wife and your kids and pay off your mortgage if this vaccine doesn't, takes 5 years off your life or leaves you debilitated?
But I reckon they'll get you to sign something in a way. They'll probably get everyone to sign
they're going to try and wriggle out of it. But like I said, I'm not going down that road. If a doctor sends to me, I'll send the letter back. I say, I'll tell you what, doctor, have you taken it? What's that? No. I tell you what, come out to me in 5 years' time. I'll take my chances, man. I'll wear 2 masks and 2 pairs of gloves. You know what I mean? And I wash every day. I brush my teeth and use mouthwash.
Well, that's it. And it's about the mouthwash one, isn't it? What I want to know is, Andrew, what's the religious sector saying, man? What they doing about it? Are they going to take it and just be like, okay, it's a mark of the beast or whatever? And I'm going to
mark of the beast.
Right about now, yeah. Right about now, it's up in the air about what's in this vaccine. I've heard rumors that, there's things that are in the vaccine that's connected to 5G. I don't know if that's true. I know there's something called MRSN that's going to be in the vaccine. I
was reading something today, and apparently a normal vaccine, what they do is they take dead or weakened virus or whatever and put that into your body, so your body makes the antibodies. What they've done with this is actually genetically modified. Again, I've only read this somewhere, so how true. They've done it in a lab, so they haven't even used dead virus. They've made their own virus and said, "Yeah, we'll give you that." I was like, "Oh, hold on a minute."
That's exactly what.
And you've made your own version of coronavirus. Well, surely that ain't going to be the same as the coronavirus, which means that you're giving me something I haven't had before, which I ain't going to get because no one else has ever had it. Huh?
It might be a good way. It might be a good way to depopulate. You know what I mean? With a legit reason, they might be like, you know what? We inject everybody. Everyone has to have it. Who dies. But we got rid of so many people. Sorry, it was an accident. We all hands up. We made a mistake. Who's here now? Survived. Who died.
I've read some stuff today, man. That if you really read it properly and you look at it, the world's a messed up place right now. And I'll tell you why it's messed up. It's because of debt. DEBT.
Probably.
Okay. And that's another subject that I wanted to talk about. I wanted to get onto the reset that they're talking about doing in regards to resetting, the economies and so on and so forth by having a different currency instead of money now.
Do you know that originally a country's wealth was decided by the amount of gold and silver reserves that they held? So if you had a country with £1 million worth of gold, they could issue £1 million of notes, because those notes would say, I will guarantee you, based on this £1 million of gold, that we can cover this £1 million of notes. No country holds that much gold or silver anymore. Money is no longer what it was. Money used to be linked to a tangible asset. It's now linked to a computer screen. So, this resetting that people talk about, you've got to remember that the whole system is built on, if you've got, it is, because the thing is, if you've got low unemployment, you get higher inflation, which the Bank of England don't like, because higher inflation means prices rise faster. If you have high employment, you have lower inflation, which means that prices stay stagnant. So there's these balancing act. I don't know if you remember growing up watching the news, and they always used to bang on about the inflation rate. The inflation rate is 1.4%. The inflation rate is 2.5%. And then go on, you watch it, and be like, what the hell are they talking about? Mate, they play a game. It's just a game of chess, where it's like they will decide what do we need. Well, we need more people employed. Yeah, okay, there's too many people employed. So it's all about debt management now. All governments are doing right now is just managing debt. Say, how do we move this money around or make more money from nothing, to keep economies afloat? So the Great Reset, the only way they could reset it, Andrew, was if they said, right, that's it. Everybody can have whatever they want. whenever they want it, because it wouldn't work any other way, because everything has a price. Everything has to have a price, because without having a price, there's no system for people to get paid. Everything, you know what I mean? So this great reset, I don't know what it would look like, but
they're talking about having their own system where it makes everything fair for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
That's a bad idea.
But you see what? But what it is, yeah. So what it is, though, yeah, is that the rich would still have their assets, but some, Billy Jones has just lost his job and got no assets, no property, no nothing. He's never going to have anything ever. But what they would do, as long as you are complying with their rules and regulations, you will have a basic living. Does that make sense?
We've already got that, mate. It's called unemployment benefit, and housing benefit, and council tax benefit, and water benefit.
And then what they want is that if you don't comply with what they want you to do, then you don't get that. To leave, you have to comply.
I got a question. I'm gonna spin on it. I'm gonna put it on his head. Well, if they're actually trying just to be nice to us, well, if they're actually not trying to kill us all, but they're actually trying to help us out, maybe they're thinking that we've gone too far with the way it was, and there's a couple of guys who got into power now and like, actually, maybe we could change it and make it fair for everybody. What if there's no agenda behind it? What if there isn't? I'm playing devil's advocate, but what if there isn't? What if everyone's just trying to be? What if it really is like, look, man, if we give everybody so much money, the system and everyone would be more happy and things will work out the way we want it to?
Okay. I want to counter punch that one there. I want to counter punch it. Now, right. I want to look at history. And what they've done and tell me that they would do that.
I mean, to be fair, yeah, if we look at history, we can say, yeah, that's what they did. But right now we're in the present and going into the future where we can no longer live the way we did. We can't even live the way we did 20 or 30 years ago. We have to change something on this planet because of the way the way the environment is, the climate, with all climate change and everything, and the way everything's disparity between poor and rich. We have to do something else. We can't keep going the way it is. So maybe someone's figured out something, some smart guys, some tech heads, for actually, if we do this and we convince everybody to do that, and maybe we can bring out something a bit fake, like an alien invasion or coronavirus, and then everyone will get like into sort of a mode, and then you'll be able to say, okay, we'll implement that because that'll work better, and then it kind of works out. I mean, I don't think it's going to be like that, but I think,
it would only work out. It would only work out for the benefit of the rich, the ones that rule.
They're not going to be rich. If everyone gets everything that they need, there wouldn't be rich people anymore.
But the ones that have the fingers in the glove, the one that are controlling these guys, what they want is total control, where they can have everything and give you little. Does that make sense?
Well, if we could put into a system in place, like for example, whenever there's a vote, everyone would actually single-handedly, there'd be voting stations all over the place, and you'd have to go there and actually vote for what someone will put a question: do you want free lunches? And everyone goes in, every single person goes in and clicks on the computer and goes, yeah, we want free lunches. And then they tally the votes and say, if everyone says yes, then yes. We call it like a centralized government, like not a centralized government, but like a kind of automated government, as opposed to some idiot.
I'm sorry, man. Listen, man. I don't know what you guys have been smoking today, but you're talking about some utopia, man. You watching some?
Maybe that's where we're heading. Maybe that's where we're heading.
I believe the children are our future.
We have to. You know what? The thing is, whether
my Lord.
Listen, whether Andrew likes it, whether you like it, whether I like it, there's going to be your utopia on the planet Earth. Listen, there has to be.
I'm too cynical to even believe that what you're saying there could happen, my friend. You can't even get 20 people in a pub to all agree on the same things. How the hell you think you're gonna get a whole plan? Come on, man.
You gotta convince. The thing is, you just gotta convince a certain amount of people that it's the right thing to do. You know, people follow and people follow. And once you convince enough people,
I tell you what divide. I tell you what the biggest divider there would be. Then let me just tell you now, before you even go there, would be religion, because you got one people who like religion, that one religion there. That by itself would fragment all.
You know what though? I can counterpunch that one. I think that religion, if everyone's allowed to practice, like in America, I think you're allowed to practice your religion freely. Doesn't matter if you're Muslim.
No. I'm not saying you shouldn't be able to practice.
So if you're allowed to practice remember, most reasons why we have problem with religion is because, okay, let's take the Muslims for example. They're serious folk. Now, if you say something against their religion, they'll get mad. But most of the time, you say something against these guys who live in a poor country, who've been robbed anyway, and beaten, and
there's Christians who are the same as that. Don't think it's just because there's plenty of Christians who will chop off your heart, man.
Do you think
blasphemy and that?
Do you think
Seriously?
if a Christian's got multi-million pounds worth of on his bank account, or he's got no needs, all his needs are met, you think he's gonna go around and create wars?
But you can't define a man by his religion, because the man is a man and he'll make his decisions based on what he wants to do, whether he's a Christian, a Hindu, a Sikh, whatever. Well, what I'm saying is religion can be used as a skew to divide, because if it wasn't used to divide, then we'd all be practicing the same religion. If we think about it, why aren't we? Because everybody wanted to have their own take on the version of events, which leads me on to what I sent you the other day. Did you get a chance to read it? Myron, we're coming back to you, baby. Don't worry, brother. You're having the last half an hour, man. Don't worry about that, man. Get ready for some questions, brother.
Wait a second. You sent me something. I know, because now Myron's on strict time.
About the Bible.
Oh, man, when did you send me that, man?
What's the Bible?
Before reading the Bible.
I probably read it. Just can't remember when you sent it. I read everything.
Okay. So, I mean, look, at the end of the day, right, I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to curse anyone who believes in what they believe. That's, people have got, some people need to have a faith, and there's nothing wrong with that. My kind of problem with it is that people take these old books which were written by many people, not one person, many people, thousands of years ago, and they try and apply it to the 21st century. Now,
it don't work.
Not being funny, but in the year 800 BC, if you had an eclipse, you would think it was the end of the world, because you didn't know about no moon and stars and sky and all this. So you like, oh, so-and-so has come down and he's laid waste for the land and turned
not
it
even an
dark.
eclipse, but like a tsunami or some bad weather.
You know what I mean?
Some adverse weather.
And I mean, here's an extract here. So people living in ancient times had very little understanding of science, as the scientific revolution hadn't occurred yet. It began approximately 1,500 years after the New Testament was written and thousands of years after the Old Testament. They had a tendency to explain natural phenomenon as events orchestrated by gods. For instance, if someone had an epileptic seizure, it would be attributed to demon possession. If a storm killed a bunch of people, it was God punishing them for their disobedience. Yeah. Now, this is what I'm saying. The problem that I have with religion is that it hasn't evolved to where we are right now. Yeah. It hasn't followed this path. And and I'm not saying we need to create a new religion, but I think people need to kind of realize that, I'm reading some book that was written by 100 different people and translated by 100 different people. And like Chinese whispers, if I said to you, Wayne, hey, guess what? You know that gal around the corner, she's got a blue dress, man, and her boyfriend got blue hair. By the time it got to Myron, she had a green dress on and her boyfriend would have pink hair. You get me? So
another thing is, what we need is a new Jesus to come down and square everything out. That's what we need.
Jesus.
The Bible was written in Hebrew and Greek and it was translated into other languages, which means that some of the translation was lost. Jesus didn't speak Hebrew or Greek; he spoke Aramaic, which means further meanings were lost in translation. This is what I'm saying to you: when people are passionate about this. This power that's been created by someone writing this book, I think to myself, actually look at what you're reading, and if you can apply that to your life. Don't get me wrong, in terms of spirituality, in terms of doing good and all them things, absolutely, every single time. But I think people need to realise that they're reading. If someone said to them, there's fairies in the garden, most people would say, "Nah, man, you're stupid." But then those same people would read the Bible and say, "Yeah, man, that's literally true. That is, yeah." But they would have encountered events, phenomenon themselves in this world and understand what they are. But then they can read this book and say, it was God. So I don't know, man. But I say religion skews a lot of people and would skew any kind of peace and humanity on the world because you just get it. That stuff happens. I'm older than you guys, man. I've seen it for the last 40 years.
Andrew, you want to reply to that quickly before we move on? Because,
I send you, Andrew, the links in the group, man. Go and read it.
As I Have you read the Bible yourself?
I don't need to read the Bible, my friend.
Okay, well then I rest my case right there.
I've read the Bible. I've actually read the Bible.
I don't need to read the Bible. I read the Bible when I was like young. It was all forced upon me, man. So I know all about them fairy tales and the white Jesus with his blue eyes.
I'm actually about to acquire.
I want to counterpunch you right there, yeah.
Go on then.
There's no such thing as a white Jesus. That was made up by
there
white
you go.
people.
There you go. Then
if they made that up, what else have they made up?
No. It's actually.
If they've made that up, what else have they made up?
But listen. It's actually written to the color of him, what he looked like. You know what I mean? There was no white person. Okay, in Revelation, I think it's chapter 1. It talks about, what he looked like, how John described him when he seen him. Another thing as well you have to understand is that there was no white people living down them ends at that time. There was just no white people. There's just no white. So anybody with any common sense would know, But you see what it is. You see when you talk about white supremacy, and you talk about, even as a kid when I was growing up, I was programmed in my head from the adverts, from the TV programs, from everything that white people are there and I'm black. So when I looked in the mirror, I was like, I didn't want to be black when I was a child. I wanted to be white. Yeah. Seriously, no word to lie yet, because of the air.
Yeah, I was the same. You was
where
like that.
Where did you grow up, Andrew?
I grew up in Smethwick.
You didn't have that too, Nigel.
It's the area in the world, man.
You didn't feel like that too, Nigel.
You jokers, absolutely not, mate. I was the proudest. I felt sorry
man.
for
When I was young, when I was before 10.
How old are you guys?
Before I was 10. I'm 38, man.
How old are you, Andrew?
I'm 39.
Listen, man, I don't know what happened in your era, but I tell you what, I was the proudest black boy ever. I was so proud to be black.
It weren't that easy.
Nah, you know something, mate. You, I don't know, different life, mate. But I'm telling you what, I've never, ever.
When you was little, not when you was little. When you was 1, when you was 10, 8.
Nigel.
Yeah.
Listen, when I was growing up, I only had white friends.
Yeah, me too.
I had white friends.
I didn't have any black friends. I didn't know black. Apart from the family, there wasn't nobody around me. I went to school that was white. You know what I mean? White. There was many black people. There's probably a black girl that was probably in my class, and that was it.
What school was that?
I went to the Uplands.
Uplands? Yo!
Yeah, I went to the Uplands.
You know what, guys? This is very interesting. I would love to continue that next week when we got more time to talk about, because this is a topic that goes so deep.
Nah, man.
But keep that.
Man, you guys are shocking, man.
Keep that in mind. Myron, I want to talk to you, man.
I'm being proud of my chocolate colour, brother.
Yeah.
Actually, to put add to that, like, I don't know whether you guys have watched the new Sainsbury's advert.
I heard about it.
In the storm.
Gravy. I think it's called Gravy.
Gravy,
and like the whole cast is. I think that's what it's actually called. Yeah, and the whole cast is
it's black.
Yeah, like a black family, and like everyone is kicking off about it. If you haven't watched it, I think you should definitely check it out.
Yeah, I mean,
a great representation.
It's funny. I haven't even watched it. I've seen the Twitter, the tweet, and I just think to myself, you know something? You know what's going on right now, guys? Let's be honest, right? We're on lockdown. People's mental health is going to shit. And what you're finding now is that people are finding anything to find a fault with. Now, if there was no lockdown and that advert come on, people would speak. Don't forget, this year has been a very powerful year if you're a person of colour, because Black Lives Matter and Black lives and people of colour have actually pretty much turned out enough is enough. And you know, companies are responding, and the natives are going, oh, that's not fair. But what they aren't, and we ain't got to worry about that, because what that shows you is that person has never put themselves in the shoes of anybody else. So, make their noise, but at the end of the day, that shows you who they are. You haven't even got to engage in that, because they're not empathetic people. They're not people who understand it from the other side of the fence. Now, it's a positive thing what Sainsbury's have done. I think they're doing another 2. I think one's a mixed race family, and then I don't know who the last one is. But nah, man, good for them. Good for them. And anyone who's upset about it, you know, so stay upset, man. Don't go to Sainsbury's because I don't want to see you there.
All right. Anyway. All right. So Myron, let's get back into Myron. Myron, so
Yeah.
we're gonna continue where we left off.
Jingle Jangle, Jingle Jangle.
Yeah.
Hey, there's actually a song on the beat called Jingle Jangle.
I'm gonna mute this geezer.
Jingle, Jangle, Jingle.
Mute him.
I'm gonna mute him. I'm muting him right there. Let me mute this geezer. All right, he's muted, man. Let me talk to yourself a little bit, man.
He's gonna kick off.
I know, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, you was doing Thriller. And what happened? Where did your career go after Thriller, Myron? I'll re-unmute him.
Where did my career go after Thriller? So I did Thriller, and then I did the tour. I did tour for a year around Europe and the UK, and then I signed to a really big agency, I think.
Yeah.
No, sorry, I was already signed to the agency actually. I went to a workshop with a choreographer. Her name's Elizabeth Honan, who choreographs for she's kind of like a creative director. So she does like Britain's Got Talent, and at the time she was doing Cheryl Cole and Little Mix.
Yeah.
And she was doing like a workshop where she invited a lot of the dancers off the agency's books to kind of attend so that she could like really like see new faces, basically, see like new dancers that she, not necessarily has worked with before. And then there was about 50 of them in a room, 50 dancers. And then she was teaching the choreography. And obviously she had the people who she'd always worked with. And I'd never met her. I'd never been in the same room with her. So that alone was like a great opportunity. Yeah. And I remember she taught us all the routine. I remember her watching me like this. And then we had to do like a freestyle kind of half a circle thing, like not Soul Train. It's like a Soul Train, but like
we know what you mean.
Yeah. And then we all had to go in one by one, and everyone that went before me was like killing it. Like I was like, oh wow, like these people are sick. And in my head I was thinking, I need to murder this so that she remembers me so I can get booked, because I need to get money and I need to get booked. And I can't really remember what I did. I can't remember, but everyone was like screaming, and she was like this. She looked at me and she was like, yes. And then she booked me for a job. And at the time I was still in Thriller. So she booked me for, I think it was Summertime Ball, which is like a live performance with like loads of artists. So they all perform at like an arena show. If that makes sense. But it's like loads of people can buy tickets, and the tickets, it's run by Capital FM, and the tickets are sold out in like 10 minutes.
Okay.
And she booked me for that, and I was trying to get it off Thriller, and then I was kind of thinking, do I stay at Thriller or do I kind of go down the commercial route, which is kind of like trying to get jobs and like auditioning more and like not having a set contract. So where with Thriller, obviously I was in a contract, so I was doing 8 shows a week and it was coming to an end. So I was like, do I stay for another year? Which, because they offered me another year to stay, and I was like, oh, but Myron, you've already done it for like 2 years. Like, can you really do it for another year? And I was thinking, yeah, but the stability and like, the work, it's quite important to some people. And to me at that point, I was trying to save for like a house, and like, obviously that looks really good on my self-employment, like tax return, that like I'm getting that consistent money every week, because if I was to do commercially, like self-employed, the money wouldn't be as consistent. So it wouldn't look as good on my tax. So the money comes in like bulks opposed to like consistently every month. So I was kind of like really struggling at that point, whether to accept another contract or whether to go and, try my luck. And I did, I left, which is good. I think it was really great.
It's a bold move, isn't it?
So many, a massive bold move, because you're in a West End show. Do you stay in the West End show, or do you go and try and find work and hope that like people are going to book you even though they don't know you? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And you have to like grind and like go to auditions and like show yourself, hustle. But like hustle, that's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, you have to hustle, but not only hustle that once, you have to just keep hustling and keep hustling and keep hustling. So yeah, so that's what I did. So I did that, and then I left, and then I did a few jobs commercially, and luckily because Thriller loved me, they kept calling me back to cover.
Yeah.
Because once you know the show, it doesn't go off your head. And I knew everyone's track, so like I was like a swing, so I could cover all the boy dancers. So all the boy dancers that are in the show, I knew their part. So if any of them was injured or like on holiday or whatever, they'd call me. So that was good in between the work, in between the auditions, in between the castings. And yeah, like I kind of, so obviously I'm not always working, if that makes sense. Like there will be weeks that I'm like without work. So I had to try and find, you know, like a rhythm of money coming in a way.
Like a flow,
like a flow. So I kind of got into teaching for like colleges and unis. And that's what I do. So like I teach for unis, which is again the consistent money. So if I'm quiet, at least I know that I'm getting that same amount of money every week or every month even. And then jobs come in as they do. Like if I'm white for something, I'm on like I think about 10 agencies, like 10 commercial agencies.
But the best ones though, the best ones, because you're getting some crazy work at the moment.
The best one, the best of the best commercially. Like everyone wants to be on these agencies, and luckily, like I know it works very different in America, where like with America it's very exclusive, and even some English agents you kind of do have to be exclusive, but it's more in the musical theatre world, if that makes sense. More in like we call it the MT world. So like anything to do with the West End, anything to do with like cruise ships, anything to do with long contracts. Like normally people have to be exclusive to them, whereas commercially, because there's so many jobs and they're all so different, you can afford to be with as many agents as possible. And then obviously sometimes jobs do come in at the same time, but you just take I do this. Obviously people are very different, but I take the first one that approached me. But yeah, I mean, I've had really bad experiences where like some agents have tried it and like, so I've been sent 2 jobs, the same job, and one agent is like taking more commission and the fee is lower, and then one agent, the fee's really high and they're taking less commission. I'm like, wait, what's going on here? Like some dodgy stuff goes on.
All right,
yeah,
you know what?
Really.
Yeah, okay. So let's quickly get onto the meaty stuff because we're running out of time, kind of. So you, how did you get your part in Jingle? I mean, you didn't. Was you in Jingle Jangle, man?
I didn't see you. I've seen you in Jingle Jangle.
Yeah, but I didn't see you.
I've only saw a clip, and I'm absolutely positive I've seen you.
I wasn't a role. Like I wasn't a name role. Otherwise, I would have what's the word I'm looking for? Posted me speaking or talking or whatever. So I wasn't a main role. I was more like ensemble dancing around it. I don't know if you. So all the dancing, I did a few like massive scenes. The dance scenes, I would have been somewhere. But I don't think I got
somewhere there.
Did you
somewhere? Yeah. But there was so many dancers. There were like probably about 100 dancers.
Really? Oh, okay, that's why.
What was it like meeting Forrest Whitaker, man?
Did you meet him? No, did you meet him?
I didn't meet him. No. I didn't meet Forrest. I think actually no, he was there, but I didn't meet him. He was like on the other side of the room.
Wait, where did they film this in the States, or did they film?
No, they filmed it in London. So they filmed it like on the outskirts of London.
Okay.
Is it Brent Epping, not Epping Forest, North London, isn't it? Like
somewhere like
Shepherd, Shepherd Studios.
I think past there. I think is it Upminster?
Yeah, that's familiar. I think they go to the studio over there.
The
studio down there.
Yeah.
So did you so I wanted to go back into how did you get the role? How did that come about? And was you like really proud of going into like a somewhat of a black musical, you know, because this was probably one of the biggest black musicals in the last century?
To be honest, the way I am, you'll probably laugh, but the way I am is like
yeah, whatever.
I am all about the money. Like I see the money.
Oh, man.
Definitely
I'm
Liam
literally-
Mr. Birch.
I'm literally like the money. And but the thing is, like when I get sent, because normally there's a process, like especially with this agent, they always ask if I'm available, and then I'll be like, I look at the dates, and then if I'm available, I say yeah. There's certain agents that I know whatever they ask me for, I know it's going to be a massive job because they only approach me if it's a massive job. So I'll be like, yeah, I'm available, and then I'll figure out what it is.
Yeah.
So he was like, oh, it's a film, it's a Netflix feature film, and I was like, oh, so that's like film, that's film money, that's film money. And then the more obviously like I get to learn about it, I realized John Legend was he created the music. Forrest Whitaker was in it. What's her name from Dreamgirls?
Phyllis Rashid.
Yeah, it's like a black musical. It's going to be a Netflix original. I was like, oh, this is actually freaking sick. Like this is sick.
Yeah.
So like the more like I wasn't excited until I got there because I didn't find out what it was until I got there. If that makes sense. Because
Yeah.
they don't tell you. They don't say, oh, this is what's going to be. This is what's going to be. This is what's going to be. Do you know what I mean? And I didn't audition because they just straight booked me because they know how I dance. They know I'm easy to work with.
You're gonna bring it in.
Yeah, that's it. So I didn't have to.
Man.
I guess
Don't
if
need to-
I guess if I had a role, I would have probably had to do a screen test. So I would have had to do a speaking like audition or whatever, or if I had a bigger role, but I didn't need to because I wasn't employed for that. I was employed literally just to be ensemble, like a dancer basically.
Yeah. Did you
So,
have any
yeah.
role in the choreography then? Did you create any of the like? No, that was already created for you then, and you was just like, all freestyle.
No, a guy called. Have you watched The Greatest Showman?
Yeah.
The choreographer on that is the same choreographer that's on Jingle Jangle, Ashley Wallen, and he choreographed it. And he told us all what to do, and then he was like, everyone move in like just pick a random direction, dance, and then he structured it, he blocked it through, and that's how like a lot of the scenes were, if that makes sense.
Wow.
It's just
But
like,
yeah,
okay,
it's crazy because if you were to see it in person, it's like a massive production, but on screen you see like
a little
bit. You should see across someone just going like this or whatever. Do you know what I mean? It's like
Camera angles, isn't it?
Yeah. If you were to zoom out, and obviously some clips are very like wide where you can see the whole bigger picture, but it's only for like a split second. So it's like there's so much going on. Like,
you know what I want to know? You know when these guys, because I don't think the guys who are performing, like there's some guys singing, like some of the lead characters, the lead bad guy and the lead or whatever, the protagonist.
I've actually not seen it yet. I've not seen
you haven't
it.
Seen it? Yeah, but
No.
you know, you would have seen the person singing.
Hey,
or you would have seen someone.
bro. I've seen a clip.
Like there was one guy who was singing. I was thinking, is he singing or is he miming, man? Is that all like synced or how does that work?
They mime. They
mime.
They dub it.
Okay, because I was like, what is this geezer singing, man? He's jumping around like a baboon.
Out of breath.
I know. It's like, it's just crazy. It's crazy. I mean, like, I just did The Voice this weekend. And I was playing, all they employed me to do, right, was be on this platform and play the piano. Like, I can't even play the piano. So I'm all...
Should have got me. Where'd you go? I got a guy who can play, man. I'll come over.
I know. But no, the piano wasn't plugged in, so it was fine. But you know what, Wayne? You can see me in that. I've got a few shots in that. You can see me.
I want to know who did your wardrobe, man, because these clothes are fly, man, yo. I looked at these clothes, yeah. Oh, there.
Which was that?
These colorful. This is the one in. That was for The Voice. Actually, he had these nice colorful kind of clown clothes on. But I was like, yo, that's me. And then you got this top hat. You got one with your top hat on. You know.
Oh yeah, that's the one from Jingle.
Yeah. That's nice, man. That's really nice.
But I didn't realize how big it was going to be until
everyone. I saw
everyone was posting about it, and I was like, oh wait, that was actually quite a big job. Like, I don't. When you're doing it, because I filmed it last year. November.
Last year?
What? Last year?
A year ago?
Yeah.
I thought it was like a couple of weeks.
No. I filmed it like November time or November, October time, maybe even before that. And I remember actually, no, you know what? I'm lying. I think it was like June, July last year.
What?
I feel like it was June, July.
They had
I can't remember. It was a long time. Yeah. They filmed it way in advance. Yeah.
2 years ago. We did this. That was before our last podcast with you on it.
I think I think the thing about it, Myron, and I think from a point of view, obviously from the outside looking in, that film there, that'll be a film that's going to be on for the next 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 years because of when it's, you know, what it is, what it's about, and the fact of you know, it's people of colour. So, you know, your legacy, if you like, you know, there's a legacy there for you.
Yo,
Right, when you got grandkids, you're like, why? I used to be in that film there.
You know, it's really cool because my name comes down at the end of the credits, and I was like, oh my god, my name's in the credits. I'm like, yeah.
Wait there. You see your name in all them massive credits, man.
Yeah. My name's actually there. Like, actually, there. When you see Dan says it's there.
You know, I'll never forget that film. There was a Simpsons episode where Bart Simpson was trying to find his name in the credits, and he swore bloody like, "There's my name," and everyone was like, "Shut up, you lied," and started beating the hell out of him.
Yeah.
But anyway, to this show, I think this Jingle Jangle show will be Jingle Jangle, and will be like the Christmas version of Black Panther in a way. That's what it is. Yeah. Although I'm sure Tyler Perry did a couple of Christmas shows that never got that much.
Well, this one's got
this is big, man. This is big. The amount of people who are raving about. I mean, I posted about it today, and the amount of people who've saying, "I watched that, I loved it. I watched that, I loved it." I've not heard anyone say anything other than loved it, watched it, loved it. I think one of the girls, Sports Cal, I think she says she's watched it four times.
Yeah. Wow. Tony,
she watched
Tanya.
It 4 times. Tanya watched it 4 times. She says the movie had so many relatable moments from other movies. And she wanted to know, was that the feel? I think she thought you had a big role in it because the question she's asking is almost like you're speaking to the director saying, "Yo, do this and do that." And
you can just pretend. You can pretend you was the director. So how did you come up with the idea of, you know, Jingle Jangle? What's with the title, man? What was in the title? Jingle Jangle.
I told you, man. Beat Street. I've got the lyrics up here.
I think it's surname, isn't it? It's one of their surnames, Jangle or something.
Oh yeah, that's the name of the shop in it. Is it? He's making some sort of. Is it clocks? He's making some sort of clocks or something, man, or something. And I don't want to spoiler alert. He brings up.
Don't tell me.
All right, I'm not gonna say anything. All right. He makes something anyway. He makes something, and it's like, hold on a second. Yeah, okay.
That's really bad, actually. That I've not watched it.
Yeah. No, you did it over 2 years ago. I think it's gone out of you. What? So what are you doing exactly now, actually? Because you're posting a lot of stuff. You was on The Voice.
Yeah, I was on The Voice. I'm doing 2 music videos at the moment, actually.
Oh yeah, that's what I just saw.
I had a shoot today, and then I've got a shoot tomorrow. And it's like beautiful. Like, it's with an artist, a singer, a classical singer called Jonathan Anton. He was on Britain's Got Talent, I think. And it's all my choreography. I'm the choreographer. Like, I get to call the shots. So I'm like, I don't like it. Let's do it again. I love it. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to be in that. I mean, that's what I kind of want to do anyway. That's what I want to kind of move into. I want to move into choreography, movement directing. I think I love it. It's like, it's so different to being a dancer. Like, as a dancer, you have so much pressure and like trying to bring all these elements that people want to life. And I'm getting older. My body can't do what I used to be able to do. So I know my metabolism has slowed down.
You ain't nowhere yet, dude. Not at the beginning of, what are you 30 now?
I'm 30, yeah.
Nah, you ain't nowhere yet. But wait till you get to around the 40s. Wait till you get to the 40s. You can't play sport anymore. You're gonna start counting. You start counting the days at 40. You're like, okay, probably got like 3,000 days left.
I had a dream last night, that I was playing football, and I'm moving with the ball now, and I'm trying to do that thing where, you know, you got the ball at your foot and you're driving at a player, and I'm trying to drive with speed, and I just could not move, and I said, you know what? Even in my dreams, I can't move the way I used to.
You know something though. I think the problem with that, because I've tried to make a few coming back with football, is that, you know, I play football with passion, man. So I'm trying to, what you're saying there, I know what you're talking about, because it's like your head knows what it wants to do.
Yeah.
But your legs just do not respond, man. So it's like, yeah, man, let me just go after that ball, and like, you're running after the ball doesn't seem to be getting closer.
You know what though? That's training though, man. Because if you look at most athletes, like especially 100-meter sprinters, they're like north of 35 and like 35, 36 when they reach their peak. So it's just because the practice is why you can no longer do what you did. Maybe you start playing football at like 16, 17. You go into a job.
16. I started about 30 odd.
You played football regularly till you was 30?
Sunday, Saturday, Sunday, they used to do bloody 5-a-side. I used to play football all the bloody time, mate. I was referee as well.
Oh,
no. I didn't stop till I was about 30.
Yeah, we don't have the training then, man. You got jobs. You probably moving 1 day a week. You know, when you was young, you was running up and down every day, man.
I started getting a lot of niggly little injuries, man. So my ankle was always swelling up, so I just had to knock it on the head. It was either that or quit work.
All right. Anyway, go back to Myron. Myron, you got any plans to go to America? Or have you conquered America yet at all? Have you worked on anything American, Usher?
I don't really... America doesn't really appeal to me. I don't like America. I don't like Americans. I mean,
that's racist.
That's racist.
Okay, not that I don't like have racism on our show.
Okay, not that I don't like Americans. They are very... They're a bit too much for me.
Mm-hmm.
I think
not all of them.
Not all of them. No.
Probably the ones you've come across, especially if you've met them in the creative industries. Because the thing is, I imagine it is very much about who can kind of make the most noise or get the most attention, and almost be a little bit louder when they speak rather than be the normal self. So everyone, you got to understand when you go into situations like what you're going into, everyone's playing a part, everyone's acting. You're an actor without even realizing you're an actor because you know that you're going to have to carry yourself a certain way and react a different way to certain things. And, it's probably the ones you come across, I would say, because I see it happen even in network meetings. You'll see someone go in there who obviously isn't confident, but then pretends to be confident and then goes overboard. It's like, calm down, man. Calm down.
Yeah, I just don't have any urge to move to America. I just don't. It doesn't appeal to me. I love London. I love the people in London. I love I guess my family are here. My support system are here.
Yeah.
To move and I don't like planes. I don't know if you know that about me. I don't like planes at all. So me.
What? The bloody holidays and that you go on.
Travel the world,
Yeah, but I always say I only go on a plane if I'm getting paid.
So wait there, you was abroad in the last 3 months. Where was you? Somewhere in Europe?
Oh yeah, I went to Berlin.
Yeah, my friend was Berlin.
Yeah, my friend surprised me for my birthday, which was really nice. Actually.
You could drive to Berlin though. That's the thing.
Exactly.
Easy.
And you can catch the Eurostar to France.
Yeah, you good man.
Are you driving yet, Myron? You got your license yet?
Doesn't need it.
No.
Do you have a scooter though? Myron, do you have a scooter in London?
Yes, I've got an electric scooter.
Hey, isn't it all about the scooters, isn't it? It's all about the scooters, man.
Those electric scooters, I'm like...
You don't need nothing else. Yo, trust me, I'm gonna get myself a scooter too, man, because I bought myself an e-bike in April. And I use the hell out of it.
Scooters are the one.
But the scooters are the one. Yeah,
trust
man.
Me, yeah.
I agree
they go
with that.
faster than the bike.
They are much faster.
The thing is, though, they're not a fitness thing, are they?
No. Not the ones that you read, not the e-versions.
Nigel,
hey,
when I come to
endurance on it, what you're talking about?
Nigel, when I come to, I need to see you guys over Christmas. So when I come, I'm gonna bring my scooter and you can go on it, have a go on it. You're gonna love it.
I've got a hoverboard, you know. You know the
not hoverboard. It is slow, dude.
Slow
hoverboard. How fast can you go on a hoverboard?
About 15 miles an hour.
I'm talking e-scooter. You can probably do 50 on that.
Mate, the thing is, you come off it, you still broke out your foot the same way, man. No matter whether it's 15
my e-bike's faster than my e-bike's faster than that hoverboard. My e-bike can do 30.
Of course it is. It's a good e-bike. It's sausage.
Yeah, but it ain't that. I could chip it.
What, your bike can do 28 miles an hour?
Yeah, 28 kilometers. It's about 15, 16 miles an hour.
Wow.
But I could
take. That's when he's rolling down the hill, Myron.
If I could take now, if I took the thingy off though, the governor, that bike would do about 70.
Wow.
The governor.
It's governed, isn't it? It's governed. When it gets to 28 kilometers, it cuts out the engine. But if I took that off, I'd be doing like 70 down the road.
Yeah,
I wouldn't go that fast. I was rapid.
Mine cuts off as well. Mine only has a limit of 30 kilometers, I think it does.
Yeah. It's about the same as my bike.
Yeah.
It is quick, man. It's proper fast, trust me. And I seen
a guy driving up and down West Bromwich High Street a couple of weeks ago, and he was in and out of the car. He actually cussed the guy in the car because the guy tried to overtake him. And I was thinking, mate, you're on a little farty scooter. You're trying to hold up a car, man. My man made the bus stop. This bus had to stop it. Mate, he was taking a Mickey man. I thought, yeah, I love that. I love one of them.
All right, so
go on.
last question, I guess. Myron, how's this COVID situation affecting your business? Has anything really changed for you, or?
Yeah, I mean,
You have
the
to
first
dodge your masks?
lockdown. Do you mean in that?
No,
yeah.
everything.
I mean, the first lockdown was really bad. Like, all my work stopped. Like, there was nothing. I wasn't teaching. I wasn't performing. I wasn't choreographing. I wasn't doing anything because everything was like shut down. So I was like, crap. So the self-employment scheme really helped me.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I would have had to. I mean, I've savings, so I would know why. But I don't want to have to dip into my savings. But
you have to get a job in it.
Yeah,
you gotta get a real job. What did you get a real job?
And then everything kind of softened, and then everything kind of went back to normal. And then this lockdown is so much like because schools were able to still stay open. Unis and colleges, so I've still been teaching, and actually filming has been able to stay filming. So that's why I've been able to do the music video. I was able to do the voice. I obviously just haven't performed to any live crowds since March.
Actually, that might be just to give a dance course, man. You should be doing that. Please talk to Nigel offline about doing a dance course. Might make sense and selling it online, man. You know, like Sean T and these guys.
Oh yeah.
A dance course, you might do that, man. You might be able to pull something off with that and just make money.
Yeah, actually, like a commercial, like
definitely worth a shot. Yeah, it's definitely.
If you think of people like Joel Wicks and all them, you know, he has a fitness regime, and then you can subscribe to his fitness workout videos. What's to say you can do the same for dance?
Yeah, easy.
6 week, 8 week, 12 week, 12 videos. From beginner to street dancer, and just, you know what I mean, you could have like support in there, you could have, you know, follow up 1-to-1, you could to be fair, there's a lot of traction in that. And
definitely.
Hold on 1 second.
I know there's a woman who walks around, she does some dances. My wife subscribes to it, man, and she's just dancing around the room the whole day, man, and she's getting loads of subscribers, man. You could do the same thing. Yeah, she's got it all just pre-recorded.
Yeah, there's loads online hip hop dance classes.
Yeah, for example, that's Sean T.
CLI Studios. There's loads, absolutely loads. So someone like you obviously you got to set it up, but absolutely, man,
definitely.
Absolutely.
If you need any background dancers, I know a guy with 2 left feet, tight looks. He's got a Donny's type looks.
Unlimited classes for one price, £20 a month. But you don't look at the cost per person. You look at the cost of the amount of people you get on board.
Yeah.
You've got 100 people paying you £20 a month. That's £2,000 a month, man.
You're good.
For something that you've already recorded already.
Yeah. And I just keep recording.
Yeah, just do that, man.
Then all you do then is focus on your profile. Obviously, you just make sure that you're elevating your awareness for people, and then they'll just go and follow your breadcrumbs back to whatever you're offering. And you do dance classes. Oh yeah, we'll have some of that. I reckon you could smash it, man.
Yeah, definitely like a how-to video. There's a lot of how-to videos, man, that kill it because there's moves that I want to learn, especially these African dances. You know, the one with the
you've only got to look at things like TikTok and how people like creative. They
dancing,
like
just love the dating stuff.
Dancing is so current at the moment because
even you, Myron, teaching Beyonce dances, like, you know, obviously like Crazy Enough and all them dances there where you can fling, move and all that.
You get clicks, man.
I think you get some serious clicks, and
you get some traction paid for that. Yeah, definitely use that. I would use that now, especially jump on that now. I find that the big thing in at the moment. I know. Remember that guy who was on our show, Dorian Gale. He was on a couple of months back. The guy from America. I remember when Simon was asking about political stuff.
Comedian.
The comedian. Yeah. He done one video on TikTok. He just did an impression of Chris Rock. He's got over 100. I think it's like last time I looked, 110,000 clicks. I was like, yo!
Oh, wow.
I said, do that. That's what you need to keep doing. Do impressions of Chris Rock and people like this. You could do the same thing, man. Say, I'm going to show you Beyonce's dance on TikTok or YouTube, and trust me, you'll see how much clicks you'll get for it. You know, I found out the key now. I found it out, man. I figured it out. So yeah, man. I'm going to pass the message on. Anyway, Myron, I know you have to go, man.
Yeah, I have to go. But thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, man. Thanks for being there.
Andrew, it was nice meeting you.
Yeah, nice to meet you, bro.
Andrew, you know what? I'm gonna note down what we spoke about this week about feeling like we wanted to be white, because that's a very important topic. And we're gonna talk about that in depth next week, definitely.
Sure.
Because I know Nigel's throwing his fists like he doesn't know the feeling, but trust me, man, that's a feeling in the many of black people. Believe me, a lot of us feel like that.
But so, speak to me then, man.
You, dude, I think you're talking rubbish, man. You're telling me that you had a pure life.
You know something, mate. I don't know what kind of life you've lived, mate, but you must have lived some trials and tribulations. Because I know, I've never ever. I'm telling you that now, never ever.
Where was you raised?
I was raised in one of the whitest areas in bloody Sandwell.
There must have been a point where you had friends who had like everything, and you was broke, and you was like, "Yo, look at these guys."
Hey, but the thing is,
you never had this.
But you're focusing on materialism and collapse.
Yeah, but at 10 years old.
But you're almost assuming that black people had money in the 70s and 80s and 90s.
Did you have money?
Did I have money? I was a kid. But what you're assuming that everyone was broke pocket.
I want to know. Did you have money when you was like? Did your parents have money when you was young?
We ate every day.
Yeah, but like we didn't have money all the time. We used to look across the street and see our friends on the new bikes, the new BMX, the cat cars.
Did you eat every night? Did you
no,
eat every
man.
Day?
No, we didn't eat every day.
Well, you're living a different life then, mate. It has nothing to do with colour.
That was everything to do with colour.
Because all of my black friends, who lived on the same estate, none of them wanted to be white either. I can't understand. I can't understand it. So next week you can explain.
Next week we're gonna get into it.
Yeah, we'll get into that deep. Myron,
thank you, man.
I'll see you later.
Yeah, peace.
Bye.
Anyone got anything else to promote? Anyone want to promote some stuff?
Yeah.
I knew you would.
Nah, I'm only playing, man. Come and check me out. I'm going to start posting my blogs in the Blackopolypse.
Yeah, do that.
Facebook group to share some knowledge and stuff about online marketing and websites and stuff.
Yes.
So watch out for me. Follow me back to my place.
Andrew, you got anything? Sorry.
I've got to say, I've got a guest for us, a guy called Jax, who runs the African French-speaking organisation, who are based in the West Midlands. So he's going to come on. I've just got to find out when we've got a guest slot available, and he's going to come on and do a talk about what they do for African French-speaking people who are in the West Midlands. Boom. Let me know.
Safe, man. Andrew, you got anything to say, man? Want to blow anything
up? Safe, man. Make sure
bless us. You want to bless us with a prayer?
Everyone just look after your mental health, stay focused, and man, I look forward to seeing you guys next week, and let's rap even harder next week, man.
Sure, man, sure. All right, man, guys, thanks for being here. I love you guys, man. Bless, and thanks for the consistency, man. This is, by the way, that 1 year episode, the 52nd episode. We've been doing it a year now in a row. 52nd episode. Here's a successful second year. Peace.